If you live in the area, there's no doubt you've seen the consistent advertising for this race.
That's absolutely right, Brittany. A lot of money going into the 17th Congressional District because what used to be a Democratic stronghold with Cheri Bustos, it's going to be up for grabs with her stepping away after this term. Eric Sorensen hopes to keep that seat blue, leaning on his time in two of the largest communities in the 17th District. He worked as a broadcast meteorologist both here in Rockford and in the Quad Cities. Now at 6, we showed you Sorensen's top focus, battling inflation by capping prescription drug costs. We also asked him about abortion, where he gave a clear response that he would seek legislative action in D.C. to protect abortion rights.
Reproductive care is health care. And as the next congressperson here in Illinois 17, I will work to codify Roe and defend a woman's right to access reproductive care.
His opponent nearly sprung a massive upset over Bustos in 2020. Esther Joy King is running again 2 years after her narrow defeat, but says the response from voters in that election, it signals this district's desire for conservative politics. At 6, King also said inflation would be her top priority if elected. As we did with Sorensen, we asked her to clarify her views on abortion. She didn't talk about being pro-life. Rather, she talked about individual voices being empowered more, with states now making the decision to allow abortions.
Well, with the Dobbs decision returning that very important personal issue to the states, I believe it's going to be an ongoing conversation. People's voices are more important in the conversation now here at the state issue, and we'll continue to have that conversation at the state level.
So we've talked a little bit about the issues, but now let's try to break down on how exactly these votes are going to be cast. So we're looking a little bit about history here. This is the 2020 race where Cheri Bustos held off a surprisingly close challenge from Esther Joy King. You can see 2 percentage points, 12,000 votes separating the two, a very surprising race to watch live in 2020. A lot of people thought Bustos would have a pretty healthy lead, but there's only a couple blue counties here, and we're going to point them out to you now. Knox County is going to be the outlier here. Bustos only wins this by 166 votes. The other blue counties, much different story. Let's look here at Winnebago County. Bustos wins this by about 8,700 votes, a little more than 8,700. Rock Island County wins by about 9,000 votes. And this little sliver of Peoria County right here, 10,000 votes. So that's about 27,000 votes between them. We go back to those totals we just talked about. 12,000 votes was the difference in this race. 3 big county wins helped Bustos win this race overall. So where she lost small. Where she won big. So let's look at Henry County. This was the biggest margin of defeat that Bustos had in any one county. That was 4,400. So like we said, this was her biggest loss in any one county. You look at Whiteside County, 350. You look at Carroll County, 1,380. You look at Stevenson County, a bit bigger here at 2,600, but these losses are small in comparison to the big one she had. So when we talk about 2022, can Eric Sorensen repeat some of this? Well, you look at Winnebago County, one of the big wins for Bustos. You look at Rock Island County, another big county for Bustos. Those are 2 TV markets that he spent a lot of time in. Now, does familiarity with someone on television equal people coming out to the polls to vote for that person? We're not going to know that until Tuesday, but those are 2 counties we're going to have our eye on, and we can track those votes in real time on Tuesday. So I hope you stay with us. We'll be cutting in on our Facebook page, on our 13 News app, giving you live up-to-the-minute coverage. And if you remember our primary coverage of the 17th District, we were really able to tell because Letisa Wallace led most of the night until Rock Island County came in for Eric Sorensen and really kind of separated that race. We're going to be able to tell that story in real time once again here for the midterm election. We hope you stay with us as we continue our coverage on your 13 election authority.